Hey YouTube, it's Jeff at Darkmoon Metals. If you've watched our channel for any length of time, you know that we make a lot of copper roses for different craft fairs, fundraisers, and other type of vending events. Now, one of the products that we had in the past were aged copper roses, where we basically let the roses patina. Aging them isn't really an accurate description, but that's what a lot of people refer to them as. The chemical that we used to use to achieve the patina was something called blue vitriol. And the blue vitriol, sometimes it's hard to come by. In fact, the supply that we had came to us through a friend of ours who had a huge drum of it that will last her lifetime. She is the lady who makes all of the copper lanterns that sometimes we do work for. So, we need to come up with a new formula to patina our roses. And Dana found something pretty interesting online. Alright guys, so in today's video we're going to take the ingredients that Dana found online, mix them together, and we're going to see how well they actually work. Now the thing that I like about this a lot is that they're commonly available. You can pretty much find these things any town, any place in the US. And the first ingredient is going to be red wine vinegar, and the second is Miracle Grow, and we're going to be using the Miracle Grow all-purpose plant food. So according to the recipe that we found, it's going to be 3 parts vinegar, 1 part of the Miracle Grow. I have Pyrex mixing cup, stainless steel rod to mix everything up with. I'm going to be putting everything into a green spray bottle, even though St. Patrick's Day isn't until tomorrow. When this video airs, it'll be St. Patrick's Day because we're going to let these sit for 24 hours and see how it does. I've never mixed these two chemicals together before, so I'm just going to be on the safe side, wear some safety glasses, and we'll see what happens. So let's see how much vinegar I can get out of this first. Okay, that's 1.5 cups right there. So I'm going to add 1/2 cup of the Miracle Grow plant food, which will be my correct ratio. Now I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work out because liquid measurements and powdered measurements are usually a little bit different, but we'll see what happens. Alright guys, I'm going to let this sit for about an hour and see if it incorporates into the fluid a little bit better. For some reason it didn't want to dissolve right away, so maybe I should have threw in the powder first, but either way I was going to have the same problem. So we'll come back in an hour and see if there's any kind of a difference. Alright, so here's the moment of truth. Let's see what I got for a mist here. There we go. So we'll let that sit for 24 hours and we'll see the results together. Well, here we are after about 21 hours. And I have to say that I am very, come on out, impressed with this. Now these probably could use a second coat, just to clear up all the areas that were missed. But I'll tell you one thing that I noticed right off the bat. The patina that's on these is definitely more of a shade of green, where the blue vitriol was, of course, a little bit more blue. Now I do notice that the coating, some of the powder is coming off, but that must be a residual from the Miracle Grow. The finish itself doesn't seem to be wiping off, but it is a little bit chalky. So that did not happen with the blue vitriol, but it is happening here. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is throwing these things in the washer, maybe running just kind of like a simple cycle through the dishwasher, see what happens. I don't think any of these things will hurt the pipes. Well, maybe what I should do in second thought is just soak them in hot water and see what happens from there. But I will say that I am very impressed with how fast these turned. Sometimes, if the weather's not right, we used to leave the blue vitriol roses outside overnight, and you know, it would take sometimes a week for those things just to see a major difference in the color of the copper. This is absolutely awesome, and I'll tell you one thing. For a preliminary test, it's not perfect, but I don't see how I could be happy right now. This is just really awesome. As always, I want to thank you all for coming by and taking the time to watch the video, perhaps learning something new, and just getting a chance to hang out and spend some time with Darkmoon Metals. If you've come this far, I have about another minute worth of something you might find interesting. And it's kind of a channel update, business update kind of thing. So if you want to hang out for another 60 seconds or so, please stick around, you may find this interesting. Apparently, when you form an LLC, you have a finite amount of time to get your business up and running, and you have to prove to the state of Connecticut that you are not just a hobby. I'm not exactly sure how all the laws work, but basically, this last year, Dana and I had to watch every nickel and dime that we spent because we needed to show a profit to cross a threshold where we can consider our LLC safe, where the state of Connecticut will say, you're a hobby, we're going to take your LLC away. If you want to reestablish it, you can reestablish it. But there is a time thing here in Connecticut. And like I said, I'm not a tax attorney, but this is what I've been told. Thanks to the help and support of a great number of people and a few close friends, we have managed to cross that threshold, and Darkmoon Metals is pretty much safe. We don't have to worry about our status right now. That being said, now that we're in the 2017 year, we could do something that's kind of cool. We can start putting our money towards things that we want to do. One of the problems we had shooting videos is that we only shot the things that were coming into the garage as things became available. We would love to do a ton of different things, but if we can't spend money to buy the materials or the tools or the sanding belts or whatever it is that we need to complete our project, we can't film it. Now we don't have those restrictions anymore, and we can go ahead and start doing the things that we enjoy doing and the things that we have been dying to share with you. And just as an example, oh yes, I'm starting to get into knives again. This is a Viking style sea axe. It's made from 5160, and it has a walnut handle with some seriously huge brass pins. I had seen a sea axe at a local fair, and I really didn't like the way it was put together. In fact, I think it was one of the more decorative wall hangers from Pakistan. It looks nice, but they're not really all that functional. This is a very beefy tang. It's almost a full 1/4 of an inch thick, and this is definitely a chopper. But these are the types of projects that we're going to start to do on Darkmoon Metals. You may have noticed there was a new channel intro for the video. We redid the beginning of the video, we redid the ending of the video, have a few new bells and whistles, and this is going to mark the beginning of our new series of videos and kind of our creative freedom out here on YouTube, where we can start doing more of the things that we want to do. Coming up today, hopefully by the end of tonight, and tonight still being St. Patrick's Day, Verid has finally filmed her first video for Verid's wire work. We are going to be putting that on YouTube, and we are also going to be releasing our new channel trailer. So stick around, we're going to have some serious fun heading into the near future.